I happen to be here on Earth as a team member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. My team leader is Groot, as you can tell from my mask, provided we're all going to be okay. Hey, vinyl community, and welcome YouTubers from everywhere. Gonna talk about a couple great sounding records today. My buddy Ron Beaudry has called me out for having audiophile records still sealed and not listening to them. I'm going to talk about that and a few other records. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I got this record cleaned, gelled. I got that stylus cleaned. So let's roll 'em. Of course, we know these MoFis are supposed to sound good, and pretty much they always do. Ron called this out as what he thought one of the best sounding records, and he was watching an old video that I did called MoFi a year or two ago, and I had a number of new MoFis which I hadn't opened and listened to yet. Well, they've all been opened and played since then, at least once. Kind of an interesting story here. Had some friends over here just a couple weeks ago for a listening session. Yes, the small groups are okay. We spent a nice afternoon. They pulled a number of records they wanted to listen to, and this is one of the records. We never got around to listening to this one, and so I put it on this morning. It is a great sounding record, as you would expect, and of course, you had a lot of drumming, a lot of percussion, a lot of congas and stuff in here. Number 1201. Got this system warmed up. For those of you who haven't seen in the past, got the Riga RP10 with the Affetta 2 cartridge. Got that stylus really clean. Got the Eat Glow S tube phono preamp with the linear power supply. Gonna do a review on this one of these days. Got this Vincent SV700 with the tube pre in the integrated amp, class A, 50 watts a channel. Got these really nice Zoo Audio Soul Supremes, but most of you don't know, got this Zoo Audio subwoofer 12-inch down here. And boy, does that make a difference when you get some great drumming going on a record. Going to do a review of this in the near future. Now, the guys at Zoo Audio said, got two outs here, two speaker outs. They said, run the cable from the speaker out to the speaker in on this for the best sound. That's what I'm doing. Wow. And that's where, boy, that subwoofer really adds something about it. I'm going to show you a couple more records that you might not see in the vinyl community because they're common records, but good sounding records, so stick around. Our friend Bob Bradley has had a little series going here where he's shown some great sounding records. No, not audiophile records or the things that everybody knows sound great or should sound great, but just more or less common records that you probably have that are just extra good. The recording, the mastering, the pressing, the whole process. And with that in mind, I've got a few records to show here. One of my first buddies in the vinyl community, Dean DeBone, and you can check him out. He only has one video up from about 3 years ago, but about 5 years ago, he was one of my favorites, and he had deleted a lot of his things, but some of the first VCLT I got was from Dean, and one of them, one of the most common guys you see in the dollar bins, Neil Diamond, Hot August Night, 1972 live. Great sounding record, and one that people might pass up just because they're common. Another one he sent, Living Stereo, Belafonte at Carnegie Hall. This from 1959, 5 LPs, 45 RPM. Analog Productions redid this recently, so he put on here classic. This record will speak for itself. So here's just two examples. Belafonte, Neil Diamond, great sounding records. You can probably find a pretty good copy in the dollar bin. And I want to give a shout out to my old buddy Dean DeBone. I talked to him on the phone here a while back. He hasn't been doing real great lately, so we got to remember our old buddies as well as our new friends in the vinyl community. And don't worry, folks, Groot has it under control. So I say, keep 'em spinning, and see you all down the trail.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.